The Ballad of Irving. Irving. Big fat Irving. Big sport Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West.
There's one nice thing about this part. You spend more time fighting your way out than fighting your way in. And that means they've left a nice mounted machine gun for you to play with. Okay, that was fun. On we go. More fighting with the boat, trying to get it to go where you want it, and suddenly you have an attack helicopter after you. This thing is easily the biggest nuisance in the whole game. You have to try and avoid it until you get to another of these way stations where one of those aliens mounts a machine gun on your airboat. So now you can fight back. The people there also tell you that Eli's hideout... Oh yeah, that's what we were doing. I keep forgetting because this level is so damn long. Isn't too far away. Well, obviously that expression means something different to them than it does to me, because it was at least another half hour before I actually got there. Along the way, I had to make weird jumps, sort out puzzles, and all that crap. Plus, still deal with this helicopter. Eventually, I did manage to bring it down. A few more hoops to jump through, sometimes literally. And you reach Eli's place, where you're reunited with Alex.
Dr. Freeman? Gordon Freeman? Is that you? You've made it here this quickly. Well, Eli is going to be amazed, not to mention relieved. I'm Dr. Mossman, Dr. Judith Mossman. I've been hearing about you since long before the Black Mesa incident. Eli, look who I found in the airlock.
Gordon Freeman. Let me get a look at you, man. My God, you haven't changed one iota. How do you do it? Now, let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for help after the resonance cascade. I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me. Welcome to the lab, anyway. It's not Black Mesa, but it served us well enough.
It's going to be a lot more like Black Mesa with Gordon here to help.
Right you are. MIT graduates are few and far between these days. We'll get you out of that hazard suit and back into your lab coat, where you belong.
Let me just finish up some work, and I'll see what I can dig up. Dr. Freeman, it's been a real honor. I'm looking forward to working together.
Feel free to look around.
Oh, Gordon! The Vortigaunt said you were here. I can't believe you made it so quickly on foot.
I believe he broke your record, honey.
Well, he earned it. I guess you proved you can handle yourself out there.
There's nothing Gordon can't handle, with the possible exception of you.
Dad, please.
Alex is pretty cute if you like that almost shaved head look. And as you go along, it's obvious she has a major crush on Gordon. Yeah, and she's his colleague's daughter. That's a little creepy. It almost makes Gordon look like kind of a pedophile. Fortunately, they never follow up on that.
Wow.
We also get a gravity gun, and we meet Dog.
My dad built him to protect me when I was a kid. First model was about yay high. I'm adding to him ever since. Haven't I, boy? Okay, Dog, let's play catch with Gordon. You'll need to use the gravity gun. Go ahead, Dog. Throw! Good catch! another dog. Another one, dog. Throw another dog. Excellent.
The gravity gun is handy enough that it's assigned its own button. Whatever you're holding, nudge the right bumper and you have the gravity gun. So anyway, Alex gets a communication from Eli, but it's cut off. I'm pretty sure he was saying, don't go to the Ravenholm tunnel. But Alex can't catch that, so that's where she sends you, with Dog as your temporary guide. I don't know exactly what Ravenholm is, but all in all, I'd rather not be there. And of course, there are plenty of these zombie things with the crabs on their heads. Hey, check this guy out.
Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be.
Fortunately, you run into this guy, Father something or other, and he gives you a shotgun. But you also get another random new enemy. Hey, everything in life is a trade-off, right?
Here, brother. Come closer. You've stirred up hell. A man after my own heart. Here, I have a more suitable gun for you. You'll need it. Catch. Good. Now, keep it close. My advice to you is, aim for the head. Hush. They come. There is no rest in Ravenholm. Move on and I will meet you at the church.
He tells you to get to the church. Apparently, you're supposed to know where that is by osmosis or telepathy or something, because you sure can't see any church anywhere on the horizon. So you use the swag method to figure out where you have to go. It's quite a puzzle and involves some interesting jumps and stuff. The problem, as always, is the controls. They just don't work right. Eventually, you catch up with the priest again, and he has you use this thing.
Step into the cart. The handbrake, brother. Release it and come down.
He calls these monsters his flock and says he has to look after them and bring them to salvation. Okay. Blasting their heads off with a shotgun is salvation. Remind me to find a different church. I'm going to show a couple of clips. Pay special attention not only to the appearance of the monsters, but to the noises they make.
Come to me. Come. I remember your true face. Woe betide thee, child.
To me, this is another example of lazy programming. They all make exactly the same noises, they all look exactly alike, and dealing with them gets boring very quickly. Most of the time, you can take care of them with your crowbar and not have to use any ammo. But again, it gets dull in a hurry. Finally, you get into a building with this big shaft that you have to make your way down. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try again. When you get to the bottom, you find a few goodies in some boxes, but the place is also littered with those stupid little head crab things. The hardest part, as so often happens in this game, is figuring out where the hell you're supposed to go.
Detected.
I wandered all over this place before I realized I was supposed to jump onto those beams. Okay, so I make my way across those. Oh crap, now what? Take out the head crabs. No way to go back, so I guess I'll just move on. Save? So I was supposed to fall off the thing? Well, sure. How silly of me not to know that. You follow this tunnel until you come to another shaft. Looks like I need to walk on that board to the right and get across. Well, crap. Okay, so now what? There doesn't seem to be any way out of here, so maybe there's an underground tunnel. Yep, there it is. Where does it go? Suddenly I'm going up. Wendy, I can fly! There's some health and other goodies up there. Can I get to them? Apparently not. Why am I still going up? Oh, one of those things. Better shoot it. So we're back in the water. What am I supposed to do? For the life of me, I can't figure this out. I finally did this. Yes, I have actually concluded that drowning is better than continuing to play this game. Back up top, I managed to make the jump. I also found out why I fell the first time. Look at this. Looks like the beam I jumped onto fell out from under me. Now, it made no sound at all, even this time, so there's no way to know that's what happened. But maybe it's made of feathers or something and just disintegrated into its component parts and wafted down to the water. I don't know, and I don't care. Now what? Well, there's nowhere to go but down, so it looks like the only reason I made that jump was to get the goodies. Okay, I can accept that. Down we go. But we're right back in the same predicament as before. Nowhere to go. Okay, there's a board over here, so at least maybe I can jump up on it and catch my breath. Hello. There's a space beyond it. I wonder. Yep, that's where I was supposed to go. And that takes me to this tunnel leading up. But first, there's this thing. I call it the whirligig car. Its job is to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Why? Here's why. Its sole purpose is to slice these guys in half as you make your way up the tunnel. Naturally, you have to avoid it, or it'll do this. Hint, you don't want that to happen. Or, if you're as sick of this as I am, maybe you do. It's your decision. So you come up to the end of the tunnel, past the top end of the whirligig car's path, and you see this. That's just annoying. But get used to it because you're going to see it a lot. Suddenly, the developers really like this particular effect.
Head toward the light.
You find your way out and start through this railroad place. Along the way, you have to deal with a couple of snipers. Fortunately for you, they're using sights with blue lasers so you can figure out where they are. Dealing with them is actually fun. Further on, you take out some more Combine bad guys, and you get a pulse rifle. What's a pulse rifle? Oh, that's a pulse rifle. Not bad. So you've met up with another resistance cell. But now there's a problem.
Gordon, you made it through Ravenholm. Thank God. I need your help. They've taken my father. He's been taken to Nova Prospect. The Vortigaunts tracked the ship that made off with him and Judith Mossman. While the trains are still running, I'm gonna hitch a ride. Here's where you come in, Gordon. I need you to make your way along the coast until you get to Nova Prospect. It used to be a high-security prison. It's something much worse than that now. But I think it's still easier to sneak in than to break out.
You wanted to take the coast road? You won't last 5 minutes on foot. It's spawning season for the antlions.
That's why I called you, Leon. I was hoping you still had the scout car we left with you last summer. The one my dad rigged with the Tau cannon.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec. Norco? Bring the buggy out. Put it on the dock right now. Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Will do. I just finished mounting an ammo crate on the back.
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
Thanks, Leon. Gordon, I haven't driven the coast in over a year, but I have no reason to think it's gotten any safer. Meet me in the depot where the trains unload. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in Nova Prospect. Bye for now.
Bye, Alex. Okay, Doc, before you hit the road, you might want to grab some med kits, restock on ammo, maybe check the map, see where you're headed. There's an ammo supply crate on the back of the car, if that's any comfort. Stay with the car, make use of the thumpers. You'll stand a fair chance against the antlines. I'll radio ahead to let the next base know you're coming.
What's an antlion? I guess we'll find out soon enough. You get into the car, and for some reason they have to use an electromagnet to lower the car onto the beach.
Your magnet's failing. Hold on. Sorry, Doc.
She keeps telling me to get the car upright and get the hell out of there, but there's two things she's not telling me. First, how do I get the car upright? None of the controller buttons do anything. In Halo, you can just hit a button and the Warthog turns right side up. Not here. Oh, use the gravity gun. But keep one thing in mind. You can't pick up the car with it, even though when she gave it to you, Alex said it's useful for lifting heavy objects. You have to use the right trigger and shoot it with the gravity pulse or whatever that is, until it decides to flip. Meanwhile, these antlion things are determined to make a meal out of you. You finally get the car upright, get in, and off you go. Don't expect to be in Need for Speed or something like that, though. This thing steers about as well as the airboat did, which is to say it has a mind of its own, and you'll spend most of your time arguing with it about which way to go. The gun will automatically target enemies most of the time, but you have to be pointed just so for it to stay locked onto something. The best way to deal with these antlions is like this.
Use a bumper! That's what it's for!
But remember I said there's two things they didn't tell us. The second is, where the hell am I going? We looked at a map back in that building, but it was as useful as a Picasso. So you just have to wander around until you figure it out. Once you do, you go past a bunch of these antlions until you come to this. Remember that guy telling you to make use of the thumpers? That's what this thing is. For some reason, it keeps the critters away. Good enough for me. There's several of them along the way, and usually there's some kind of building or house or compound or something close by with useful goodies in it. Some have Combine soldiers in them, but if you use that gun on your car, they're easy to take care of. On we go! In one of the places, you find this. Is that where we're going? Good question. I wish I had an answer. I'm guessing yes, but there's no telling. The people in that place don't look like Combine, so it could be. There's one way to find out. One nice thing about these antlions is they're not especially tough. Don't mess with me. You may look tough, but I'm Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Slowpoke Rodriguez? He pack a gun.
On you go, and you find yourself at that compound you were looking at through the telescope or whatever it was. Time for another new weapon, a missile launcher. You get it from this guy.
This steerable rocket launcher is our best bet for taking down a gunship. Ah, hello. I'll be right with you. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Using the laser guide, you can steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses and prevent it from shooting down your rocket. This will only anger it at first, but if you can survive long enough to make several direct hits, you'll be rewarded with a prize worthy of any mantelpiece.
There, Rainbow Island. Let me tell you an amazing adventure.
So he gives you the missile launcher with the laser sight. You use this to take down a gunship. The way this guy talks, the gunship is some kind of alien thing and it's a lie. Whatever, let's just shoot it and tell God it died. So they send you on after they open a gate. We're out of time for today, so we'll pick this up next time. Until then, I'm Irving, and I have no life, just like you.
Well, finally, Irving got 3 slugs in the belly.
In a desperate battle against the Totalian, I don't know.
Gun around, and Butterfingers Irving gunned himself down.
I came across it by accident after a couple of...
Big dum-dum Irving.
I'm Slowpoke Rodriguez.
The 142nd fastest gun in the West. Really?
See, now what you're doing is making me be a dog trainer, a sound editor, a camera editor, and everything. You just want me to do all of the jobs.
You started college at 15. You're intelligent enough to handle it.